We love learning interesting tidbits of information about this beautiful place we call home, and we are back with the man who has a wealth of information about Delmarva, author Jim Duffy. Before the break, sharing some stories, kind of spooky. You've already shared those stories and interesting information with us. Now we're going to focus on something called Phantom in the Sky.
Yes.
What is that?
I was trying to learn something about Royal Oak, Maryland, which is kind of near the Oxford Bellevue Ferry and around the St. Michael's area. And so I was looking through old newspaper stories, and I came across a story in the Wilmington News in 1881. The story also, references to this also appeared in 5 other newspapers around the country that I was able to find. And it's a real newspaper, it's not some supermarket tabloid or anything like that. Okay. And the story was that in Royal Oak on this night in 1881, a little girl, 9-year-old girl, went out, perhaps to use the outdoor privy or whatever, in the night, and claimed to see all sorts of dancing figures in the skies. They were sort of like angels, but they were wearing helmets. They appeared to be dancing in the sky. And she ran in and woke up her father, who I assume was like, yeah, right, you know? Her father comes out. There's these figures dancing in the sky, and the angels wearing helmets. It looks like they're dancing. He knocks on the neighbor's house, and the story says that soon the entire town of Royal Oak was out looking at this whole scene in the sky. And then there are reports in the same story. It goes on that in the days that followed, there were reports in Georgetown, Delaware, in Wilmington, Delaware, and in Laurel, Delaware, of similar visions. The one in Laurel, there was a central figure of President Garfield, who had just been assassinated a few weeks before, was up in the sky. And like I say, this is a real newspaper covering real stories. And as you might expect, the last line of the story was, there has so far been no satisfactory explanation of these events.
Wow. Ever?
Not as far as I can tell.
Huh.
The things you find when you're looking for something
Boy,
else.
no
I just like
kidding.
looking at that story like, what? 5 towns in Delmarva, people reporting.
Seeing this same. Let me ask you, you've been with us several times, appreciate that. You're a regular on Good Day Delmarva. What is it that drives you to explore Delmarva?
Oh gosh, if you know, every little place you go, the stories are just so fascinating. Every little, there was, you know, you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and there's always this just sort of little thing that sparks in my nerdy history, story-oriented brain when I see some name or some marker on the side of the road, and get to researching, and I just love to tell the stories of this place.
You just look and find neat things.
Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite story from this place? Oh my gosh.
Because you got a couple to choose from.
I got a couple to choose from. I've never been asked if I have a favorite story from this place before.
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
It's going to take some research, isn't it?
That would be, we'll do maybe Hedgie from Elkson. That was a good one.
Hedgie from Elkson.
Yeah, he was a guy who used to do motorcycle stunts in Elkton when it was the marriage capital of the world, the quickie marriage capital of the world, and they had all these Vegas-like wedding chapels lining Main Street. And he used to do stunts on his motorcycles for tips from the people. One of the people who came in and got married was a Hollywood producer, and he invited him out to Hollywood, where he ended up. There's a scene in the original Hunchback from Notre Dame with Charles Laughton where a damsel in distress is about to get hung on the gallows, and the Hunchback swoops down and scoops her up from the gallows at the last minute and then goes back up on his rope. That was not Charles Laughton, that was Hedgie from Elkton.
That was Hedgie from Elkton.
Wow. We never would have known that.
We have got to give him an entire show one day.
I think we're going to do that. Author Jim Duffy, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Can't wait till you come back again.
Wow.